Hello, Podcast Nation. Welcome back to Legacy Wealth Advantage Podcast. Mastery Minds, made for the independent thinker and the entrepreneur in you. School is in session, people. Let's get started. Let's get it popping. Now, I really want to thank you for tuning in. Another podcast with us today. Thank you for your attention for the next 10 to 20 minutes or so. Today, I'll be doing a podcast about a new blog. If you haven't checked out our blogs, we got a few of them, and we got about 10 of them still unlisted and posted on the site. But we definitely got about 5 or 6 of them on the site right now for SEO purposes, but mainly for researchers yourself looking to learn, looking to solve, whether that's in our business, which is financial advisors in the world, or just self-empowered entrepreneurs looking to learn from any plug of success that wants to pour into it. So recently we just posted a blog on the site. The site is www.legacywealthadvantage.com. If you haven't visited yet, please take a few minutes of your time to visit it with me. Our site, it's a pretty cool site. I love my logo. We're going to start specifically soon. We're on Advantage. We're definitely going to start some more visuals up. I just been working on style, man. I want to make sure I look good when you guys look at me. Perception doesn't think it is, but in our today's it is. Now, truly, what thing is about the key to success, and to me, specifically if you're new, specifically if you're struggling, if you're a slow bloomer, if you're not a natural salesman like me, success in a business such as this. We're in the life insurance field. For all new time listeners listening to this and wondering who the hell am I, what do we do? We're in a financial service industry, or advisors is the cute way to say it, which is long story short, life insurance agents. And what we do is we go out and we assist a specific niche. Our specific niche is final expense, which are open. Now we can sell anybody to 85. We have permanent death benefit, and we have term life policy. We have all type of financial structures that we're reaching to all of our agents on board between all the connections that we have. We're a firm that believes in putting the best plan in place for the customer, because guess what? Just like in any other business, who keeps you going? People. And people that believe in you. And trust me, you take care of people, whether it's a year from now, never, 2 years from now. Not only should you feel good about it, but 2, people come back and remember you, specifically when you ask them for referrals, or they just come out the blue and say, hey, my granddaughter is 18 now. I think she needs some insurance, or I'm ready to go up and I want you to do it. Or I'm turning to think you told me that your agency do Medicare. I want to do it with you guys. I believe and trust you. People believe and trust in who take care of them, take care of people. Ethics is a big part of what we believe in as a culture here, because you just will get a lot more out of helping people than fucking people over. I mean, just come on, let's just be honest about that. So one thing that's helped me, a non-born salesperson. I'm not born to be in sales. Anybody that knows me from the past, again, my name's Quentin Edwards. I actually didn't say that this time. Quentin Edwards, a.k.a. Mr. Awesome, a.k.a. Awesome Q, or Coach Q. Want to be branded and known by all identities, mainly just Coach Q, though. Anybody that knows me from my past as Quentin Edwards, Angry Man Q, back in my football days, knows me. I mean, I came a long way, man. I blossomed into, and I still got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. This is not even a humbling track or BS right now. I mean, I have a long way to go with blossoming into a personality that's just not me. You can't force what you aren't. And I've come to realizations with that. But what you can change through habits and just daily practice is what you don't have or want to be. And I didn't want to be or die the guy known as Angry Man Q back in my, can't even say my high school days. It's something I took with me outside of high school as well. A lot of people that meet me today and shake my hand, they're quite shocked with how I've evolved in life. I'm very business minded. I'm very sharp. I've always been, but I've always been in myself. I'm definitely an introvert. looking to not become an extrovert. I don't really still care to talk to people, but I do like to help people. It's always been a nature of mine, kind of deep down. And what's the best way to pour into people? You got to open your mouth. You got to talk to people. You got to have constant activity, which is bing, our topic of the day. Activity is the key to success in any business, but specifically because we're in the life insurance business and we're a final expense agency, we're going to be talking specifically about our industry structure. So I am blossoming to a certain type of personality, or where people who, if you're listening, we're always hiring for good quality people, and you're a natural, not necessarily, I wouldn't say extrovert, but somebody that loves to talk to people, that's a natural. I got to look the traits up again. There's different type of traits of personalities. And the trait I'm talking about is basically you would call them extrovert, but just because they like talking to people doesn't mean they're necessarily extrovert. If you really look at certain definitions and personal traits about personalities. Extroverts are easy to understand. They just love talking. They'll talk to you all day. You can't get away from them. Then you got people that will know how to warm you up and then go home and be to themselves. They'll make you feel fuzzy, cool, talk to you, keep you going. But like I said, they'll go home and talk to themselves. Robin Williams is a great example of that. A guy that was an awesome actor, made people laugh, and was very successful in this field of industry as far as an actor, and then blew his fucking brains out. I mean, he needed to be poured into, and he wasn't. And ultimately, it caused us a great person on this earth. And it happens all the time. But not to get into sad stuff, it's just a perfect example I would like to use because it's real facts. It's real facts. I mean, you take care of people, and you pour into people, and you never get what you need out of life. And then, one day, just never know what that person thinks, feels, and do. So my key to success of what I'm telling people that's getting into this industry, activity. Go look at our last blog. It's on the site. It's called The Activity. Activity is the key to success. More action equals more leads, equals more presentation, equals more sales. Sales is a numbers game. There's no like magic formula to this shit, okay? And I'm very honest with people up front. I mean, I cuss because I want to catch your attention. And I'm very precise about what I'm saying. There's no magic formula to it. Specifically, again, if you're a slow boomer, if you suck at closing, if you're just new to the game, sales is about getting in front of as many people as possible. Point blank. Even if you're a great closer, the more people you can get in front of, great. But yes, I know people that would take 20 leads out and go sell fucking $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of coverage. How? It's because not only they're great closers, they're great connectors. They're willing to knock on doors. They're willing to demand referrals out of people they sell and create 5, 6, 10 extra leads out of that. It's not rocket science. The minimum leads that you should be taking out per lead in final expense, 20 leads per week. Why and how does that work? It's because you'll create out of every sold or non-sold customer that you speak with an extra 4 to 5 leads. That's the only way it works. You can't go sell 20 leads and make unless you're just selling $100+ policies every house you go into, which isn't going to happen. You're not going to sell $15,000, $20,000 worth of annualized premium. It's not going to happen. And if you can do that, again, you're selling $80, $190+ policies for every sale that you do get, and you have a freaking overall closing ratio of at least 50% and up. And anybody knows anything about numbers, maths, closing, sales, final expense, no, that's bullshit if anybody says they're doing that. Even the greatest closers. So constant activity and consistency and persistency to getting this. Like, you can't just, because leads aren't free and cheap and inexpensive. They're an important expense not only to your personal, spiritual, and mental growth in this business, but more importantly to your tax write-off at the end of the year. You got to spend money to make money, right? You got to spend money to make money. We have an awesome lead program. We have what we call a career building package at our agency. We're able to allow you to get 20, 15 minimum, 20 maximum free leads a week on our lead system of free, fresh leads. Now, we don't play around about who we bring on as far as our 1099 agents. And if there's something you're interested in because you're experienced, you're new, you know what's going on, or you don't, again, look us up. I'd love to give you the details about how our lead system works, where our leads come from, as far as direct mailer, SEO leads, Facebook, and etc. Call me. Fill out an application. Hit the site. So constant activity is what has allowed me to be as successful as I am in a short amount of time. And it's needed. It's needed. The thorough looking for customers as far as whether I'm going to take the leads out or I'm going to take leads out and create leads from them, because the process doesn't change. The goal is to always see as many people as you can and get referrals from them, because the more referrals you get, the less legwork that you have to do. I don't personally go see my referrals unless they're like close by. Some people go see all the referrals. Some people like me go see none of them. I mainly call my referrals and hope that established rapport that I already had from saying, hey, X, Y, and Z that is a client of mine, and they put you down. What can I do for you? It's as simple as how I call them. Hey, Miss Jones, put you down as a referral. Your mother, she told me to give you a call stating that you may be interested in going over some coverage amounts with me and my agency as well. And I would love to see what I can do for you. Do you have a few minutes? Well, no, I say now. Is this a bad time for some information? I've been reading some negotiation class, and it's apparently better to say is this a bad time instead of is this a good time? Because you want to portray the fact of giving them the option to say yes or no, instead of giving them one option to feel like they're saying just yes and feel bad for saying no, and et cetera, et cetera. So, blase. But consistent action for somebody that what we call a neophyte to the industry, meaning you have no experience and you're new. If you're scared, if you're nervous, obviously you need a great system. You need a great mentor. We're a young agency. You want to talk about having somebody in your face, a mentor. Now, we don't micromanage, and I'm not looking to baby you. You are still self-employed and need to be an entrepreneur with that mindset, but it's tough. Big agencies lose the connection. It's just part of the game. Unless they have an awesome system with awesome managers in it, which not many do from my previous and personal experience. You're just a number the most, because, you are. Until you prove yourself, you're a number. Now, if you need a little bit more neutering, developing, looking over, we're interested. That don't mean you'll get a shot, but we're interested because we're looking to touch mentally, physically, and spiritually everybody that comes aboard with our opportunity. And I'm telling you now, unless you're the personality type that can be bubbly, know how to create, and not scared to just go talk to somebody for the hell of it for no reason, and just be able to bring up any conversation and be standing there for 15, 30 minutes with somebody, it'll be tough for you in the beginning. Mainly, most of it's because of nervousness, inability to have a great system and know what you're doing. Because most people will just take their 20 leads out, 15 leads out, specifically if you're paying for them, and let that be it. That's not how this industry works. Between your warm market in the beginning and you trying and wanting to get in as many, when I stutter, I'm yelling the fact that numbers is all sales is. It doesn't matter how great of a closer you are. You have to get in front of the right shuffle of people for whatever your product and service is. You have to. Not because you want to bullshit some to get to the real. It's because you need every 50, 60, 80, 100 leads to find the shuffle that's really going to fuck with you. And I'm using real words, like real shit here. Like, it's really going to fuck with you to where they want to, you can finagle, finesse, aggressively, or deal a situation where people are going to listen to you for the next 30 to 45 minutes as far as just letting you pour into them. Because remember, you're not going to close everybody you pour into. That doesn't mean you can't get a referral from them. That doesn't mean you can't follow up with them and close them. But sales is all about numbers. We're talking to people. When you get into the people industry, it's tough because people are people just like us. We have days we won't give a shit about talking, knowing that we need the product. We have days where somebody just died and we don't feel like talking. We have days where we're just in a bad mood, or maybe it's a bad time of the year or month, and you gotta follow up with them and call them back. I mean, sales, man. Keep numbers on you. Keep pumping them up. You need to keep you what I call a follow-up stack. You need a follow-up stack. You need a fresh stack every week, 20 or 30 leads, fresh stack. And you need a referral book. I keep a referral binder on me with our referral sheets in it. And you just fucking go to work. A follow-up stack of people that you couldn't see in the field, or if you're a telesales agent, couldn't get on front of, and you just, well, really in telesales, you're just taking them and put them at the bottom of the list until you get back to them again. But I'm a field agent, so I'm going to tell you my philosophy. I take my 20, 30 leads out, go crush them between 3 to 4 days out the week. Whoever I couldn't get in front of, I may need to try to go see them on Saturday, try to call them on Sunday. If I can't get to them by then, well, guess what? By Monday, I'm going on to my new 20, whether that's in the same area or a completely different area. So by the end of the month, between trying to call that person once a week, out of the week, whether that's a Saturday, Sunday, Friday, that last week, I usually am a little bit more heavy in the office. I'm trying to call people like a Monday or a Tuesday, or Wednesday, or all three. Or just trying to call a heavy stack of follow-up leads of people that I couldn't get in front of, because you're not going to be able to get in front of everybody, specifically in the field. It's all about trying to catch people home, schedule appointments with them, and etc. My ideology of the success, the money, the investments that we're looking to put in place for our 1099 agents is, we want to make it as simple to where all you have to do is plug in and play and invest. We're going to have schedule appointment setters. We're going to have people that, or payroll, that will make calls every day for your stack of leads as far as follow-ups. Looking to schedule appointments for you in that lead. I just want to make it as simple where all you got to do is go out and train. Or go out and sell. And if you happen to become an agency owner with us, and you want to build your own agency, you just go out and sell and train. And to the point where it makes no sense for you to be in the field as well, to where you can just sit back and chill and maybe even give your writing number up and just focus on selling and training, or whatever you else decide to evolve into in this industry or other industries. So the career track expansion goal, the ideology of how this business works, is activity. More action can get you in front of more leads, to get you in front of more presentations, to equal more sales. The more no's you hear in this industry, great. The better off and the more realistic that you'll be able to hear yeses. It's the easiest thing I can explain to a man is as far as coming in and I'm training them, because women are a little different. Me explaining to another man is like, have you ever tried to holler at a woman? So the first couple are going to tell you, no matter how fine they are, the finer they are, the more likely they'll say no, because they're either in a relationship already, or they just maybe like very picky, don't like you, or just not the right time. You know, it's the same thing. It's easy to tell a man that example, because most men have been through this. Just because they denied you doesn't mean stop, doesn't mean not keep going, because the one's out there for you. You ask if you, no matter how ugly you are, how bad you stink, you ask, you know how much money you have and don't have. Obviously, if you got more money than not, it'll help you out in the situation more than it won't. But you ask enough women, you'll get what you want. As far as whether that's a date, sex, a relationship, whatever, you ask enough women, somebody is bound to fucking say yes, whether it's out of pity or mutual relationship. Same thing with sales. You suck. Just completely suck. By the time you get to the 50th, 100th person of asking to buy your service or business or product, they'll buy. It'll be that one nice young lady that grandma just be like, baby, I don't know what you talking about, but you so kind. You so kind. What you want me to do, baby? You want me to get that policy? How much is it again? Yeah, I can afford that. I promise you, they're out there. Your job, your goal, your responsibility is to fight the process. Our goal for our field agents is to get in front of Three presentations. That's 3 sit-downs a day. How many leads does it take to get out? 3 presentations a day. Specifically, if you're looking to work 4 to 7 times a week. That way, out of 3 presentations, you should be good enough to close at least 1 presentation. If not, then you do suck. I wouldn't lie to you. Specifically, if you do that multiple days and you don't get anything out of it, this ain't the industry for you. Because you just, at that point in time, I mean, shit, you're struggling. So, between personal attitude, I mean, let me be quite honest with you. It's very possible and it's very realistic that you need to understand that your first goal is mastering 20 stack leads to get to the 30, to get to the 40. But that doesn't mean not take them out, specifically in the type of system that we're offering our 99 agents. But that means don't fucking go spend $32, $22 a pop on leads and just fucking still have the same closing percentage that you would have had if you took out 20. But yes, constant activity as far as creating it or buying it is definitely key to it, specifically in the beginning when you're learning. That can sound contradicting, but I have to say both because I've seen people fill out because they take out 100 leads and, like I said, still only close a small percentage out of it to where you barely broke even. You do that for a while, you'll burn out. You do that for a while and then learn from it, you'll succeed. More often than not, people are going to do that and fill out. So you got to be very careful with that. So, constant activity is the drive of the game. More importantly, as you develop your skill on learning how to close, do a thorough presentation, product knowledge of the industry, how to help people thoroughly when you get in a household, whether it's replacing a lead, because you have an overall better policy, or maybe because they need the cash value out of the policy and you do have a great policy for them because they are healthy and they want to just start over and get the cash value, or maybe they're have no insurance and that's an easier sell. You're just providing value based on what you can do with your couple of companies at that point in time. I mean, you got to figure stuff out. You should be strategically planning a success plan for that client. It needs to make sense. Don't just go in people's houses spitting shit up that doesn't make sense because they're a moron. Don't do that. It'll bite you back on your ass, specifically if they die, and you should feel bad about it. And the family should come out to make you feel even worse about what you did. So, and you are liable for bullshit that you do like that because it will add up, specifically if families are complaining. So, don't do that. Take care of people. But constant activity. That's what it's going to take to succeed. And the quicker you can learn how to make the same amount of money that you were making out of, let's say, 120, 140 leads a month, and you're able to do it out of 80 leads a month, that's how you know that you're starting to master the game. And then eventually, at some point in time, you're going to want to make a mental shift to maybe point into people or get into more sophisticated products. Because in any game in this reality, in insurance, or just sales overall, it's about it's about making the same money off of less effort. And then once you evolve from that, you either, like I said, start teaching, getting the more sophisticated products like annuities and put in less work so you can make way more money, or get into Medicare, or just get into take this money that you're making from insurance and invest it into the appropriate things such as real estate. Just for example, because I love real estate, so just a great example for you. The industry can change your life, but only if you're willing to let it change your life. What are you willing to be a part of? And more importantly, what are you willing to commit? Because as I say, activity is the key to it all. Activity is the reason why everybody fails. Why only 5, 6, 7, 8% of all insurance agents that come on board succeed. Because a lot of people aren't willing to commit. They're willing to spend more time with the family, etc., which is fine, but only after you made it. The first 3 to 5 years of your life, you should be prepared to give up. between learning, selling, building a book of business, expanding the business, getting the more sophisticated products. Just give it up. Just put it in your head now. Clear it. Clear it. Yes, you'll be more flexible. You'll be self-employed. You'll be dependent. You can make your own schedule, but you didn't get into this industry to make $60,000, $80,000. I hope you didn't. If you get into this industry, be a high, mid, six-figure earner, or happily a 7 to 8 figure earner. Just know that you're going to have to give the first 3 to 5 years of your life up to build the book of business, to be able to expand from there as far as whatever career track you want to go in from there. Again, same amount of money for less energy and effort is the goal. And it's possible in this industry. It's possible, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's not designed to happen overnight, no matter how skilled that you are. Build the residuals. There's a way to build the residuals the right way. It's the right system. It's the right company, the right path. And guess what? I believe our structure is. So, www.legacywealthadvantage.com. I hope this was able to help some people with some general ideas on how this is going to work, what it takes, what you need. Free your mind and become one with yourself. School has been dismissed. You people have a beautiful day.